So I gave total control of my budget to ChatGPT for 30 days, and honestly, I didn't go broke. In fact, I actually saved more than I expected. It all started when I asked ChatGPT to help me fix my, pretty messy finances. I handed over my income, expenses, and goals, and well, it gave me a full-blown budget plan. Week 1? Oh man, it was brutal. ChatGPT told me I was spending 37% of my income on things I didn't even remember buying, like 5 different streaming apps and snacks I didn't even finish. So, during week 2, I adjusted my approach based on ChatGPT's advice. I set spending caps, grouped my non-essentials, and yeah, I started tracking everything daily. Surprise! You know that feeling when you check your bank account and expect the worst? But instead, you see a number that's actually higher than you thought? That's exactly what happened to me last week, and honestly, I owe it all to a few small changes I made with the help of ChatGPT. I've always thought of myself as a pretty responsible spender, but I never realized just how much those little purchases and habits could add up over time. ChatGPT doesn't just help you budget, it actually gave me ways to save even more. I started by asking it to analyze my spending patterns, and it quickly pointed out a few areas where I could cut back without feeling deprived. For example, it noticed that I was spending a lot on premium grocery brands, and suggested some alternatives that were just as good, but much more affordable. It even helped me set up reminders and track my progress so I could see the impact of my choices in real time. Like, instead of sticking to my usual premium grocery list, I decided to try out some of the local brands and store specials that ChatGPT recommended. It was actually kind of fun to compare prices and see how much I could save just by being a little more intentional with my shopping. I even discovered a few new products that I ended up liking more than my old favorites. I swapped in some local market alternatives like fresh produce from the farmer's market and store-brand pantry staples. Not only did this help me save money, but it also made me feel good about supporting local businesses and making healthier choices. Plus, the quality was just as good, if not better, than what I was used to. It's amazing how a few small tweaks can make such a big difference. And honestly, I saved $24 that week alone. It might not sound like a huge amount, but over the course of a month or a year, those savings really add up. What surprised me most was how easy it was to make these changes once I had a little guidance and encouragement. Now I'm excited to see how much more I can save in the future, just by being a bit more mindful and letting technology give me a helping hand. At the end of 30 days, I took a step back to really look at what had changed in my financial life. I started this journey feeling a bit skeptical, honestly. I wasn't sure if using an AI-powered budgeting app would make a real difference, or if it would just be another tool I'd forget about after a week. But as the month wrapped up, I realized that the small, consistent changes I made had started to add up in ways I hadn't expected. The first thing I noticed was my savings. Over the course of the month, I managed to save over $80. More than I usually do, and honestly, more than I thought was possible without making huge sacrifices. It wasn't about skipping every coffee or never going out with friends. Instead, the app helped me spot little leaks in my spending, subscriptions I'd forgotten about, impulse purchases that added up, and even just rounding up my spare change. Seeing my savings grow, even by a small amount, gave me a sense of accomplishment and motivation to keep going. Another big win was paying off a small debt that had been hanging over my head for months. It wasn't a huge amount, but it was enough to stress me out every time I thought about it. The AI app didn't just remind me to make payments, it actually helped me break down the debt into manageable chunks, set reminders, and track my progress. Each time I made a payment, I could see the balance shrinking, which made the whole process feel less overwhelming. By the end of the month, I was able to pay it off completely, and that sense of relief was incredible. But maybe the most important change was how I felt about my money. For the first time, I finally felt in control. Instead of dreading my bank statements or feeling guilty about every purchase, I started to see my finances as something I could actually manage. The app gave me clear insights into my spending habits, helped me set realistic goals, and even celebrated my small wins along the way. I found myself checking in on my budget more often, not because I had to, but because I wanted to see my progress. It's important to say that AI didn't do the work for me. It didn't magically erase my debt or make money appear in my account. But what it did do was give me a plan, a roadmap I could actually follow. It offered personalized advice, nudged me when I was about to overspend, and helped me stay accountable to my goals. Looking back, I realized that having a smart, supportive tool in my pocket made all the difference. I'm not just better off financially, I'm more confident, less stressed, and genuinely excited to keep building on these habits in the months ahead. So, should you let ChatGPT manage your money? It's a question a lot of people are asking right now, and for good reason. Artificial intelligence is changing the way we do almost everything from how we shop to how we learn, and now, even how we handle our finances. The idea of letting an AI chatbot help you budget, track your spending, and even suggest ways to save more money might sound futuristic, but it's actually becoming more common every day. So, is it worth giving it a shot? Honestly, yes, it's definitely worth considering, especially if you're someone who struggles to stay organized with your money, or just wants a little extra help staying on track. But here's the catch, it only works if you actually follow through with the advice and recommendations the AI gives you. ChatGPT can help you set up a budget, remind you about upcoming bills, and even analyze your spending habits to find areas where you could cut back. But at the end of the day, it's still up to you to make those changes. No AI, no matter how smart, can force you to skip that extra coffee run or stop you from impulse shopping online. The technology is a tool, a really powerful one, but it's your commitment and consistency that will make the real difference in your financial life. The real change? That's you. It's your willingness to take control of your finances, to set goals, and to stick to them, even when it's tough. ChatGPT and other AI tools can give you insights, reminders, and encouragement, but the motivation to actually make those changes comes from within. Think of AI as your financial sidekick. It can help you see the big picture, break down your goals into manageable steps, and keep you accountable. But you're still the hero of your own money story. If you want more smart money hacks, tips on using technology to your advantage, and real-life stories of people transforming their finances, make sure to subscribe to Wealth Vision TV. We're here to help you navigate the world of personal finance, whether you're just starting out or looking to level up your money game. Every week we share practical advice, easy-to-follow guides, and the latest trends in financial technology, so you never have to feel lost or overwhelmed when it comes to your money. And hey, if you're feeling inspired to give AI budgeting a try, drop a comment below with AI budget to let us know you're ready to take the leap. We'd love to hear about your experiences, your questions, or even your concerns about using technology to manage your money. Remember, you're not alone on this journey. There's a whole community here to support you. So, are you ready to see what AI can do for your wallet? Let's find out together.